Hello and welcome back. This is Jackie from White Raven Creatives on Vancouver Island, and I was asked to do a tutorial on this little booklet that I had made out of paper for an envelope and then little alternate stacked envelopes inside. So you can see that tutorial. I will link below the flip through on that little book. I will link below. Now what we're going to do today is I'm going to show you how I made it, and the one I'm making today is a little bit different because I never like to make the same thing twice. I never seem to be able to do it. I don't know why. So I've been rolling through all my stuff, trying to think of what I would like to do, how to show you and yet make something different. So I think what I'm going to do is use these papers from a digital that I had got. I will link her name below if I can find it. For these, it's called The Language of Flowers, and it's these gorgeous little girls. So I thought that's what I would do and try and be able to show you how I created this. So again, it's just an, was it a paper page, sorry, excuse me. And it was folded, so somebody wanted to show how I made the envelope covering, which is pretty simple. And how I made the alternate stacked envelope business that's inside, right? So I'm going to show you that. So first of all, I'm going to just show you the envelope covering, or the homemade envelope, I think it was called when I found it on YouTube somewhere. So let's just tie this up and get this out of our way so we can I can get down to the basics. So you put in your little booklet that you make this first, and then you put that on top of a piece of paper, and you just fold the top down and crease it. Fold the bottom up and crease it. Fold this up and crease it, and fold this top in. And there you have an envelope. So once it's done, you'll actually have a point on here, and you can fold this closed any way that you like, whatever seems to work for you. I always find if it's the bottom and the top, and then the side, and then the left side. Seems to make it easiest. So this is what we're going to work with today. I'm going to go up a little bit higher because, like I said, this book's bigger. So these are the papers that we're going to use. So these are the envelopes that I've printed out, and they will be on a back card. I'm going to show you all that in a sec. But to get to the envelope cover, handmade envelope, because this book is so much bigger than this little one that I had made before. Like it's look, if this one was done, it's a good inch and a half bigger all the way around. So I couldn't do it with an 8 by 11 sheet of paper for cover, so I went to my 12 by 12 scrapbook paper stock, and this is what I found. So again, it's very simple. You put your piece of your end, once we've made all the stacked envelopes, you get them, and then you fold up, you fold down, you fold up, right? You fold this side in, and you fold this side in. And there you have pretty simple envelope, handmade envelope. So like I said, you can fold it however you like. You can, you know, if you might like that better. But anyway, you can you can do that, and there's your envelope. So now we'll get on to making these stacked pages that go inside, and it's called the altered stacked envelope if you're looking for other YouTubes, and I have one or two that I've made, and I will try and find those links for my videos, and I put those in the description box as well. All right, so basically what I've done is I've gone through and I've found some envelopes, or I created these envelopes out of a digi that I had. And it's printed on tea stain paper. And then I also ran it through one more time with a digital that I liked. It's like an old wallpaper digital. So it's quite antique looking. So, show you the envelopes. They're quite pretty. That one's quite plain, a little bit of striping on it. And that one, so I made 6 envelopes. And I cut off the tabs that were on the top and bottom. Normally an envelope goes like that, and there's a little tab on the top here, and at top and bottom, and when you would fold those in, glue them, and stick that down, and then you would have your envelope. But I decided for this book I was going to just cut them off and use this just more like folded. Looks like an envelope. So I have 6 for this book, and it'll be 3 on this side and 3 on this side. And then what I've done is I found a card that I'm going to put in the back piece, and this is where I'm going to glue all of these envelopes on by their flap, alternating sides. And you see, that's not going to work if it's not folded, so you have to get those in there like that. And I'm going to attach all of these, 3 on each side. So when I'm on this side of it, so there's first 2, I'm going to make sure that I put them on alternating, like okay, so there's the tab, or the top closure of your envelope. I'm going to put that under here, and I'm going to alternate sides, and left, right, and I'm going to put the tab, the envelope, the part you would lick, and seal. So that'll go on there, and that'll go there, and this one is going to be my top one. I'm going to put it on that side there and fold it over, and then we're going to end up with this. So all I've done is put the sealing tab to the back of a card, and I need to just make sure that when I've got that card, it's going to be wide enough for all of these envelopes. Like, I don't want to get it so that it's all stacked together tight like that. I want to be able to have some space, and I want to be able to stack these so that you see them from the front in a different stacked. And you can stack them however you like. And you can use plain envelopes that you get from the dollar store or that you've got on hand. And if you are using regular envelopes, this would be the pointy part of a regular envelope. Let me see, like this. This would be the part that you would glue underneath, right? So that's the part that you lick, or the part that seals and closes down. So, and if you have envelopes that are built like this, it's that tab side. So what I'm going to do is get all these stuck down, and I will show you that in one sec. Okay, so I'm just going to show you what I mean here. If I had used this one, you see, if it was cut to there, I would have to put the envelope underneath. I mean, but it would be closer. and it would be like that, and it would overlap like that. So this is too narrow. This one, as beautiful as it is too short. So I would, you know, like, look, it's too short. So I can't use anything that's too narrow or too short. And then I really like this one, but it only gives me a little bit of room for moving up and down. If I put the 3 of these on, I don't have, I like it. But by the time I put these, I want to kind of joggle these up and down, and then it would just be a short, fat book, right? So it's too tight. It's a little bit too short. So not too short, not too tall, not too skinny, not too wide. Okay, so then I found this one, and I really liked it. So I thought this will be the one we'll go with. I'm going to just back you up a little bit again because we're getting tall. All right, so this is what we're going to use. So I'm just using Aleene's Tacky Glue. It's cheap, and I have lots of it. So that's what I'm going to use today, and I will proceed with now putting these on to the base card. That's the base card. So I'm going to put one on high and one on right up to the top. I mean, you can leave some showing if you want to. You don't have to cover up all of your base card, but it just sort of lets, you know, if you know there's something else coming on, if you want to leave a little space like that. And then the third one on this side, I will place somewhere like that. Now, in this original book, all of these were different lengths, widths for envelopes. As you can see, there's one here, one there, a little bit wider, a little bit wider, a little bit taller, different sizes. So if you've got lots of envelopes that are, you know, digis that are already printed out, these worked out well. Like I said, I just wanted to do something different this time, so I'm going with the same size envelopes, and I figured I would do that because you might want to just go out and buy yourself some envelopes that are these are 5.5 by 3 3/4. So I just got a template for those and printed on the paper, and then there's the templates if you want to sort of figure out how to use that. And then you just take a piece of paper, fold it up, and then a little bit up from that, you fold that up, and then you cut off these corners so that you have a flap. So those are pretty simple. So I know there's going to be 3 on one side and 3 on this side. So I've got 2, and I'm alternating them. So I'm going to put this one right up to the top. And I'm going to put this one, what have we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we'll go back onto this side and stack it. And then there's our final one. So I'm going to put that on there, and I'm going to take this one right down to there. Okay, so then you can flip that over, and you can just glue down these flaps. Get them in nice and snug to that card on both sides. One, it needs to be up a little bit. 1, 2, and 3. All right, so, and then like I said, all I do is glue those down. So let me just find my glue and another glue that's full, because this is not, and we'll glue those down. All right, so you glue that on the card side, the main base side. So you just are going to glue that onto there, and take the next one, put glue on the back, and fold it over. Make sure it's snug, but it can also fold. And then this one, and so they're alternating and they're at different levels. So we'll take this one up closer to the top of here and make sure that it's into the fold along the edge, and then you just flip it. Now those are all glued on. All of those on that one side are glued. So then we'll come back to this side and we'll glue. Pretty easy. The only thing is, you know, finding what you want to use and getting the flaps on here. So I decided I was going to take that one up only to there. So sides on, that's on. Are we getting all of that in there? Okay, and then again, so there's two of them on that side. There's my last one for this side, and I'm going to put the glue on the flap, the sealing flap, sealing, and where do I want that one? Let's just put that one right about there. So you can put them on however you like however tall you want this to go. You know, like they're alternating. They're alternating this way, and they're also at different heights. So these will go on open like that. So what we mean by alternating is that you're going to have one from the left and one from the right, one from the left, one from the right, one from the left, one from the right. And there you're going to end up with your stack. And if you don't like that, take them apart and go the other way. Left, right. Left, right. Oh, I got my left and my rights mixed up. Right, left. So you end up with that. It don't matter. It don't matter. So anyway, there you go. You've got your 3 envelopes on this side attached. And you got 3 envelopes on this side attached. So then all we need to do is start decorating these envelopes. So I figured that what I would do would be to take the little girls, flower girls, I guess. This is from the language of flowers. And there's all the little digis. And what I'm going to do is just rip out around them and paste them on. Now, I'm also thinking that maybe I will add a botanical label on the page. So I'm going to cut these out and I'm going to rip those down. All the little girls are going to rip those down to fit. And I'm going to cut some of these tabs out and then I'll be back. So some of the girls are pointing to my right, and some are facing to my left. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put, to make sure that they're all looking inwards. So I have 12 girls to pick from. So I'm going to find 6 that are of different colors that will look nice with the book. And I'm going to make sure I've got 3 that are facing. See, you don't want to put your picture with them facing on the outside. Oh, that one's kind of facing straight on, but well, it's kind of to the left. But you don't want them facing to the outside. You want them to face towards the center. All right, so I'm going to, let's see here. I'm going to rip out a few more of the little girls that I think will go nicely on here. And then I'm going to start pasting them on. So all I'm doing is taking the paper and ripping around. And these ones have some wording on the image as well. So I'm just trying to be careful not to rip into those. And I just rip around the image and decide whether I want to leave some more at the bottom or whether I want to go in a little bit more. And so there, I've got this little one. I don't like the pointy rips. If I can deal with that, I'd like to do that. So there's a little girl there. There's another little girl. All right, so I'm going to get them all done and I'll show you what I've got. Okay, so just thinking of how I'm going to do layout here. These are the girls that I ended up choosing. These ones are kind of facing inwards, and these ones are facing inwards from the left, and these guys are facing inwards from the right. So these guys will all go on this side, and these girls will all go on that side. I messed around a little as to thinking, okay, what more do I want to put on there? And then I've got the words that we're going to use as well. So I was thinking of putting that on there. Last time I had the word on the inside of the envelope. So I'm going to just do that again. This time I'm going to put the word on the inside, and I'm going to keep the fronts fairly simple. And just put the little girls on the front here like that. And maybe a little bit of doily sticking out from the side there. I don't want to put too much on here. It's going to get thicker and fatter, and then you're not going to be able to really close it very easy. I mean, there's already 2, 4, 6 layers of paper on the card, and then 6 on this side, so it's 12 layers. It's getting thick already, so I don't want to add too much here to bulk it up. So I'm going to just get those girls onto the pages, and a little trick that I do is I just put a little bit of glue on, like down the center here, until I'm sure that's what I want to do, and then I might glue her down more. I might leave her like that. I might put the little crochet in behind. It does look kind of nice. So this is tea-stained doilies. They're lightly sprayed with the tea spray. Tim Holtz again, tea spray. I don't know if you have it or not, but it's the tea dyed oxide spray that I've just sprayed these with and then let them dry. I love that color. It's nice. It's nice. So and then of course, because the paper inside is, you know, coffee stained, and some sprays as well. And then for those I use these kind of sprays. That's an old one with the old label. That's another oldie. Yeah. Anyway, with your stains, I've also got some mica stains too, so those could be sprayed on there as well. So the papers are pretty, and I wanted them to be fairly plain inside, but have some kind of decoration on them, but also be fairly plain inside, because that's where I want to put the word, like this. And you can write about it that way. You can write about the word, how that inspires you. Okay, so like I say, to start with, I'm going to just get the girls onto the pages, and I will be back. Okay, so I was thinking that it was a little drab, and it was a little not quite what I was wanting, so I ended up going and getting some of those mica sprays that I have, and some of the, I think it's called mummy cloth. It's another Tim Holtz product. I'm sorry, stumbling over my tongue. I think it's called mummy cloth. It's just a gauze. So if you have got cheesecloth, you could use that. But I thought I would use this. So I am using the mica sprays, and I am dyeing this a little bit and sticking it under. I think that brightens it up a little bit, and it doesn't add a lot of bulk. So I'm going to go back through, and I'm going to do some sprays that are going to match the little girl. Okay, so I have finished decorating, and I'm just going to quickly show you what I did. I think we finished off with me putting the gauze on and the girls on the front. And so I continued to go on, and I put some labels and some butterflies to the pages. And they, of course, flip open. And there's the words inspire and create, and those motivational words. So you can write about those here if that's what inspires you to do. Anyway, there's space here for writing. I ended up putting some washi tape on the seam because I did a lot of spraying as well with the micas. If you can see that shimmery. And so the pages got fairly wet and quite fragile, especially down the seams. So I put the washi tape on to just give that a little bit of strength. And then, of course, you have to go back and burnish that down a bit so that it will fold. So there's the pages as they open. And all the little girls and all the decorations. And all the washi. I put washi on all of the seams, basically. Not on the outsides of the pages that flip, but on the other side of the seam. So then these alternate back in like that to close. And there you have your little booklet of alternating envelopes. So we talked about how I created the homemade envelope out of a piece of 12 by 12 scrapbook paper at the beginning. And I did mention that what you would need to do if you want to put a tie on booklet, you need to do this before we glue it into here. So I'm going to just, I'm going to do that. And I picked blue because of the blue that's in the tags and on the butterflies. So I thought that was a nice kind of color to go with it. I wish I had a turquoisey blue, but I don't. So blue is going to be. There's lots of blue in here. So that all will fold in. Like I said, however you want to fold it, you can start on whatever side you like. It all flips in. All the girls go in. This piece goes around. And I will cut that just long enough for a little bit of a tie, and then I'll glue that in, and then I'll be right back. So I'm just putting a little bit of glue on the back all the way across, and I forget sometimes. I figure everybody knows what to do, and I have been told that people would like a little more information sometimes. So that will just go in like that, and tie on the back. And if your paper on the outside has a direction, then you'll want to make sure you've got that lined up properly. And then this will just tie into a little bow right there. And this is that Hug Snug crinkle ribbon. I just love it. Isn't that nice? And then we'll just glue this piece in. And then we'll put a piece on the outside. So give me one more second and I will cut this to size. Okay, so all I'm going to do is just go around the edges and the back to secure this little piece of booklet. And it did get fairly thick. I don't know if you can see that, but it did get fairly thick. I'd say that's probably a good 1/4 inch for sure. Once you add all the other embellishments. Okay, so anyway, I put that in here. I center that up into there. And then I fold my envelopes side and side and side. Now, if you want to cut any of this off, you certainly can do that. Or if you want to get fancy and fold pieces down and then fold that different way, you can do that. It's your book. You do what you want. So I kind of like that. So I'm going to finish it with that, and I'm going to just put the ribbon around and tie that up. And there we have the finished piece. There's your little booklet. Now on this one, I didn't do anything on the cover. Not yet anyway. I might, but I'm going to finish up this tutorial with just doing a little quick show what we ended up with. And there'll be a proper, just a walkthrough as a separate video. So there's your cover. The other one I had, you could write on these pages. You still can, but I didn't put motivational words on here. I might still go back and do that. I don't know. I often do more than when I'm finished. I'm not actually finished. And there's your little book of alternating. So there's Harebell and Daisy and Rose and Fuchsia and Pansy. I did some stamping as well with some Lavinia stamps that I have, and I put some little text stamps on here, as well as the butterflies and the gauzy. And I don't mind some of these raggeds, but I don't want too many. And there's the final one, which is Holly on this side. And there you go. So that's it. I hope you all enjoyed that, and if you have any questions, let me know. I'll try and answer it in your comments, and I will see you in the next video. Take care of yourselves, and have a great day.